they will be able to get him as well. There you so a 1-for-1 trade. And wow, Hal is still alive down there. Engagement breakout as Kuro. Oh, there we go. The hook got him. Zhang Xing taking the long ride to Shanghai. Welcome home. Na'Vi is down. Can you say mega creeps? Na'Vi, he got him. One more. This is what you call one for the road.
Man, I can't.
The game for IG. Who leads the way? I believe it should be Zoe. They're going to cut for the shorter path. They storm up the river. Patience from Zoe. Waiting in the wings. Na'Vi's about to be caught. Oh, there's the sleep. The surge. He catches everyone. Oh, this could be a total disaster. Vacuum in. Ravage on everyone. The black hole as well. Light of heaven turns it around. Ravage as well. Stolen by Dendy. Are you kidding me? They turn it around. 4 heroes dead. 5
heroes dead. Chuan trying to survive. Chuan's gonna go down. Puppy talked about the Naga counter. It's Light of Heaven with this BKB. They turn it around. I don't even know how they're gonna do it. Standing ovation from the crowd. The last tower will be going down.
Start the fight with that global and just try to blow up and get on top of that Zeus right away. Get into that backline. I mean, the Rubik and the Zeus are really starting to be quite an issue for them.
Chalice is in with the opener, straight in with the lasso. The tower will fall, but they'll drag back the Ember Spirit into the torrent, cut him down with the Tidebringer. He's dead, but on the side, they find Arme. Arme's dead for 60. Still alive at the moment, and all the use! The dodge! Anna up into the end, dodging the Echo Slam. Somnus, he's trapped here in the Sprout. OG, they'll slowly punch down the Kunkka. The stolen Vision Jerax sets up onto FY. OG!
But this PL will continue just to BT split push this game out, get more and more money. And that, for me, is still the biggest problem for Evil Geniuses. Where do you go with this? Fear needs to have that damage-dealing item. But in order to do so, he's got to drop either his TP scroll or sell the Ring of Aquila. And Samel, blink, Dragon Tail stun. Garda's going to be here with the hookshot as well. Laguna bites Samel. The Colt's burn bought them a little bit of extra time. And with Samel down and no buyback, Roshan is a very, very juicy target here for CDEC.
Yeah, EG are going to know they're going for it, though. First of all, it would be pretty obvious from the lane situation, but they also have a good ward around the river area to see that CDEC are moving in there now. I don't think EG are interested in contesting this 4-on-5, but maybe they can delay it long enough for it to be a 5-on-5 if they Ice Blast and Fissure properly. There is no hook shot.
They're all together. PPD, here comes the Ice Blast, ready for the dodge! In from Universe! Into disaster! CDEC! They're going to get wiped from the face of the earth, apart from aggressive. He'll jump out, but the wombo combo perfectly hits from Evil Geniuses. And now they will take Roshan. Samel is back, they'll get the egg into the Immortal.
OG right behind Arme. Gets the jump, finds the partner. Vision will not find a stun. Partner with no buyback. OG, they were really playing with fire. The Hex down the Terrorblade. Spectral Haunt looking for the frontline attack, but that's why Somnus goes into the backline. The BKB, they're into the backline. Shaker, he's bouncing around. Hawk shot, she stuns on the way through. Is gone. No buybacks available. Have LGD done it? They're holding Anna. Hold him in place. Chalice will find the damage. F5 will die for it. No, really? Anna is actually running away, but it won't stop Arme from blinking up, looking for the tier 3 tower. 2 players left alive for OG. They're the big ones, however. Thompson and Anna on the defense duty. Fortification. It's delayed as much as they possibly can. And now the jump out. Hex, the boy in the bubble. Thompson able to be protected once again. Chalice very, very low on mana. They have a lot, but Arme, he'll change the life with Anna. Thompson needs to be pushed away. Able to do so. FY jumps onto the illusion only, so the hookshot won't be able to connect. But Anna, he needs to retreat. There's so much damage. Anna down. Buyback is available. They still have not taken the mid racks. OG are just trying to delay LGD for the moment. 5 heroes around. The bubble is there protecting the melee racks. Anna, Sunder by once again. The Sunder switches to life. Army's back up to full health, but the damage from Thompson, it's good enough to kill off the bait. Buyback is there. Thomas leads forward. They just keep bunching them around, but they're still battling from inside the bubble. Pugner will come to the world living LGD. They're going for the GG push. They're going up the tier 4 towers. OG, they have to hold the line. They have the numbers. 7 from the side with a take on Arme, but no! Thunder is back up. It is there. Chalice will fall. They lose the Enchantress. FY pushing around Anna. He's so low. Can they get the die back on him? You bet your Nelly they can. Arme still very, very low. The blast will kill him off. But buyback. LGD want this now. LGD, or can they? Backing up? No, they're not. Terrorblade. BT's forward. The ball is up. Thompson needs to defend. X-Nova very visible. You've got a very, very low life Mirana. But OG, they can't find the target. X-Nova, he's got the grip. He's got the control. He's got the kill. Thompson is down, but ES is up. Where the Echo slam. Oh, there it is. Forward. There's your slam. There's the dunk. There's the play. Jirax, the savior of OG.
1,500 gold. He actually is going to go straight into the pipe here. Look, opting to tank up even more.
Rolling boulder from Zep misses again, but there's the best bomb, and this time Ohio's in trouble. Roar will come out, they have the magnetize, they get off the silence as well, and Ohio will get right-click down. The exorcism will go from Mushi, doing a decent amount of damage to that aggressive. The Borslow comes through, he has no infest, he has the armlet toggle, needs to be careful, the Spirit Siphon coming out, the glimpse back onto aggressive, gets him back in there. They get the Grave off in time though, the open wounds will come through, they have the kinetic shield. There's the black hole, from the long ground, on to 3, Zep as well as NM1 are gonna get chewed down. 3 dead. Mushi gets a double kill. DJ, are you kidding me, from the low ground?
DJ, God, the crowd, he just goes insane as he hits the black hole of his life. And
Likely could just give this one up. The vision advantage with the Hawk does help. But nope, they're ready. They've actually got a smoke. They can bypass the Hawk with this, but
there's no way they take this in time. Fnatic need to get out. Mushi is going to be stunned by the boulder smash. They're going to come through. Showit looking for Ravage. Can't find it. Mushi pops the BKB early. Aggressive blinks in. Pops the Rage as well. Still has his BKB ready to go. They really want to contest this and take it down as quickly as possible. They get the refresher for Ohio. It's coming out. Double Roar is ready. Can they find a kill off of this? Maybe he's walking up with the Silver Edge. Ohio's going to get caught first. Ravage catches onto 2. Black Hole counter initiation. Static Storm on top. Aggressive is low. They get off the Static Storm. Showit pops the refresher. It's not enough. Maybe he's getting chewed through by mid 1. They get off the Roar. They'll lose 2. They'll lose 3. They buy back on the Tide. He's got another Ravage. They have no buyback on Maybe. What an initiation from DJ.
Secures another kill, and Tongfu is going to continue to push. They're not done. Mech still hasn't even been used. There's a hook. How? Brought all the way back to the base. Cleaned up by the fountain. And waddles his way back to the front lines.
Well, like I said, it does waste time, but they kind of need it. I mean, they need to be able to just eliminate somebody from the fight, very similar to what Mu can do for Tongfu. So if he had been a little bit farther up, he would have been able to throw the hook, but the thing is there was a range creep in the way. And there it is, yep.
Banana going for a ride on the Dindy Express. Welcome to the well. He just goes to Tongfu. And now charging back out. Dindy gonna be spotted, and he doomed to Chen. That's a much better choice. Oh, he got him. He got him. Not gonna follow it all the way because we got a battle to watch with Puppy. Trying to get away from it, gonna be telekinesed back. And they will be able to get him as well. There you so a 1-for-1 trade. And wow, Hal is still alive down there. Engagement breakout as Kuro. Oh, there we go. The hook, got him. Zhan Xing taking the long ride to Shanghai. Welcome home. Navi down. Can you say mega creeps? Navi, he got him. One more. This is what you call one for the road.
man, I can't.
The game for IG. Who leads the way? I believe it should be Zoe. They're gonna cut for the shorter path. They storm up the river. Patience from Zoe. Waiting in the wings. Navi's about to be caught. Oh, there's the sleep. The surge. He catches everyone. Oh, this could be a total disaster. Vacuum in. Ravage on everyone. The black hole as well. Light of heaven turns it around. Ravage as well. Stolen by Dandy. Are you kidding me? They turn it around. 4 heroes heroes dead for
5
IG.
heroes dead. Chuan trying to survive. Chuan's gonna go down. Puppy talked about the Naga counter. It's light of heaven with this BKB. They turn it around. I don't even know how they're gonna do it. Standing ovation from the crowd. The last tower will be going down.
Start the fight with that global and just try to blow up and get on top of that Zeus right away. Get into that backline. I mean, the Rubik and the Zeus are really starting to be quite an issue for them.
Chalice. He's in with the opener, straight in with the lasso. The tower will fall, but they'll drag back the Ember Spirit into the torrent. Cut him down with the Tidebringer. He's dead, but on the side. They find Arme. Arme's dead for 60. Still alive at the moment. And all the use! The dodge! Anna up into the end, dodging the Echo Slap. Somnus, he's trapped here in the Sprout. OG, they'll slowly punch down the Kuka. The Stolen Vision Jerax sets up onto FY. OG!
That this PL will continue just to BT split push this game out, get more and more money. And that, for me, is still the biggest problem for Evil Geniuses. Where do you go with this? Fear needs to have that damage-dealing item. But in order to do so, he's got to drop either his TP scroll or sell the Ring of Aquila. And Samel, blink, Dragon Tail stun. Garda's going to be here with the hookshot as well. Laguna fights Samel. The Cogs Burn bought them a little bit of extra time. And with Samel down and no buyback, Roshan is a very, very juicy target here for CDEC.
Yeah, EG are going to know they're going for it, though. First of all, it would be pretty obvious from the lane situation, but they also have a good ward around the river area to see that CDEC are moving in there now. I don't think EG are interested in contesting this 4-on-5, but maybe they can delay it long enough for it to be a 5-on-5 if they Ice Blast and Fissure properly. There is no hook shot.
They're all together. PPD, here comes the Ice Blast, ready for the dodge! In from Universe! It's a disaster! CDEC! They're going to get wiped from the face of the earth, apart from aggressive. He'll jump out, but the Wombo combo perfectly hits from Evil Geniuses. And now they will take Roshan. Samel is back, they'll get the egg into the Immortal. OG right behind Arme. Gets the jump, finds the Pugner. Vision will not find a stun. Pugner with no buyback. OG, they were really playing with fire. The Hex down the Terrorblade. Spectral Haunt looking for the frontline attack, but that's why Somnus goes into the backline. The BKB, they're into the backline. Shaker, he's bouncing around. Hawk shot, she stuns on the way through. ES is gone. No buybacks available. Have LGD done it? They're holding Anna. Hold him in place. Chalice will find the damage. F5 will die for it. No, really? Anna is actually running away, but it won't stop Arme from blinking up, looking for the tier 3 tower. 2 players left alive for OG. They're the big ones, however. Thompson and Anna on the defense duty. Fortification. It's delayed as much as they possibly can. And now the jump out. Hex, the boy in the bubble. Thompson able to be protected once again. Chalice very, very low on mana. They have a lot, but Arme, he'll change the life with Anna. Thompson needs to be pushed away. Able to do so. FY jumps onto the illusion only, so the hookshot won't be able to connect. But Anna, he needs to retreat. There's so much damage. Anna down. Buyback is available. They still have not taken the mid racks. OG are just trying to delay LGD for the moment. 5 heroes around. The bubble is there protecting the melee racks. Anna, Sunder! Once again, the Sunder switches to life. Arme's back up to full health, but the damage from Thompson, it's good enough to kill off the bait. Buyback is there. Somnus leads forward. They just keep bunching them around, but they're still battling from inside the bubble. Pugner will come to the world living LGD. They're going for the GG push. They're going up the tier 4 towers. OG, they have to hold the line. They have the numbers. 7 from the side with the Dagon Arme, but no! Sunder is back up. It is there. Chalice will fall. They lose the Enchantress. FY pushing around Anna. He's so low. Can they get the die back on him? You bet your Nelly they can. Arme still very, very low. The blast will kill him off. But buyback. LGD want this now. LGD, or can they? Backing up? No, they're not. Terrorblade. BT's forward. The ball is up. Thompson needs to defend. X-Nova very visible. You've got a very, very low life Marana. But OG, they can't find the target. X-Nova, he's got the grip. He's got the control. He's got the kill. Thompson is down, but ES is up. Where the Echo slam. Oh, there it is. Forward. There's your slam. There's the dunk. There's the play. Jirax, the savior of OG.
1,500 gold. He actually is going to go straight into the pipe here. opting to tank up even more.
Rolling boulder from
Another
Seth misses again, but there's the invest bomb, and this time Ohio's in trouble. Roar will come out, they have the magnetize, they get off the silence as well, and Ohio will get right click down. The exorcism will go from Mushi, doing a decent amount of damage to that aggressive. The Borislow comes through, he has no infest, he has the armless toggle, needs to be careful, the Spirit Siphon coming out, the glimpse back onto aggressive, gets him back in there. They get the Grave off in time though, the open wounds will come through, they have the kinetic shield. There's the black hole, from the long ground, on to 3, Stefan's lost and Amoy are gonna get chewed down, 3 dead, Mushi gets a double kill. DJ, are you kidding me, from the low ground?
DJ, God, the crowd here just goes insane as he hits the black hole of his life. And
likely could just give this one up. The vision advantage with the Hawk does help. But nope, they're ready. They've actually got a smoke. They can bypass the Hawk with this, but
there's no way they take this in time. Fnatic need to get out. Mushi is going to be stunned by the boulder smash. They're going to come through. Showit looking for Ravage. Can't find it. Mushi pops the BKB early. Aggressive blinks in. Pops the rage as well. Still has his BKB ready to go. They really want to contest this and take it down as quickly as possible. They get the refresher for Ohio. It's coming out. Double Roar is ready. Can they find a kill off of this? Maybe he's walking up with the silver edge. Ohio's going to get caught first. Ravage catches onto 2. Black hole counter initiation. Static Storm on top. Aggressive is low. They get up to Static Storm. Showit pops the refresher. It's not enough. Maybe he's getting cruiser by mid 1. They get up the Roar. They'll lose 2. They'll lose 3. They buy back on the Tide. He's got another Ravage. They have no buyback on Maybe. What an initiation from DJ.
Secures another kill, and Tongfu is going to continue to push. They're not done. Mech still hasn't even been used. There's a hook. How? Brought all the way back to the base. Cleaned up by the fountain. And waddles his way back to the front lines.
Well, like I said, it does waste time, but they kind of need it. I mean, they need to be able to just eliminate somebody from the fight, very similar to what Mu can do for Tongfu. So if he had been a little bit farther up, he would have been able to throw the hook, but the thing is there was a range creep in the way. There it is, yep.
Banana going for a ride on the Dindy Express. Welcome to the well. Aegis goes to Tongfu. And now charging back out. Dindy gonna be spotted, and he doomed to Chen. That's a much better choice. Oh, he got him! He got him! Not gonna follow it all the way because we got a battle to watch with Puppy. Trying to get away from it, gonna be telekinesed back. And they will be able to get him as well. There you so a 1-for-1 trade. And wow, Hal is still alive down there. Engagement breakout as Kuro. Oh, there we go. The hook, got him! Zhan Xing taking the long ride to Shanghai. Welcome home. Navi's down. Can you say mega creeps? Navi, he got him! One more! This is what you call one for the road!
Man, I can't.
The game for IG. Who leads the way? I believe it should be Zoe. They're gonna cut for the shorter path. They storm up the river. Patience from Zoe. Waiting in the wings. Navi's about to be caught. Oh, there's the sleep. The surge. He catches everyone. Oh, this could be a total disaster. Vacuum in. Ravage on everyone. The black hole as well. Light of heaven. Turns it around. Ravage as well. Stolen by Denny. Are you kidding me? They turn it around. 4 heroes dead.
5 heroes dead. Chuan trying to survive. Chuan's gonna go down. Puppy talked about the Naga counter. It's Light of Heaven with his BKB. They turn it around. I don't even know how they're gonna do it. Standing ovation from the crowd. The last tower will be going down.
Start the fight with that global and just try to blow up and get on top of that Zeus right away. Get into that backline. I mean, the Rubik and the Zeus are really starting to be quite an issue for them.
Chalice is in with the opener, straight in with the lasso. The tower will fall, but they'll drag back the Ember Spirit into the torrent. Cut him down with the Tidebringer. He's dead, but on the side. They find Arme. Arme's dead for 60. Still alive at the moment. And all the use! The dodge! Anna up into the end, dodging the Echo Slap. Somnus, he's trapped here in the Sprout. OG, they'll slowly punch down the Kuka. The stall of Vintage Jerax sets up onto FY. OG!
So this PL will continue just to BT split push this game out, get more and more money. And that, for me, is still the biggest problem for Evil Geniuses. Where do you go with this? Fear needs to have that damage-dealing item. But in order to do so, he's got to drop either his TP scroll or sell the Ring of Aquila. And Samel, Blink, Dragon Tail stun. Gara's going to be here with the hook shot as well. Laguna bites Samel. The Cold Swim The Cogs burn bought them a little bit of extra time. And with Samael down and no buyback, Roshan is a very, very juicy target here for CDEC.
Yeah, EG are going to know they're going for it, though. First of all, it would be pretty obvious from the lane situation, but they also have a good ward around the river area to see that CDEC are moving in there now. I don't think EG are interested in contesting this 4-on-5, but maybe they can delay it long enough for it to be a 5-on-5 if they Ice Blast and Fissure properly. There is no hook shot.
They're all together. PPD, here comes the Ice Blast, ready for the dodge! In from Universe! It's a disaster! CDEC! They're going to get wiped from the face of the earth, apart from aggressive. He'll jump out, but the Wombo combo perfectly hits from Evil Geniuses. And now they will take Roshan. Samael is back, they'll get the egg into the Immortal. OG right behind Ame. Gets the jump, finds the Pugner. Vision will not find a stun. Pugner with no buyback. OG, they were really playing with fire. The Hex down the Terrorblade. Spectral Haunt looking for the front line attack, but that's why Somnus goes into the back line. The BKB, they're into the back line. Shaker, he's bouncing around. Hawk shot, she stuns on the way through. ES is gone. No buybacks available. Have LGD done it? They're holding Anna. Hold him in place. Chalice will find the damage. F5 will die for it. No, really? Anna is actually running away, but it won't stop Ame from blinking up, looking for the tier 3 tower. 2 players left alive for OG. They're the big ones, however. Thompson and Anna on the defense duty. Fortification. It's delayed as much as they possibly can. And now the jump out. Hex, the boy in the bubble. Thompson able to be protected once again. Chalice very, very low on mana. They have a lot, but Ame, he'll change the life with Anna. Thompson needs to be pushed away. Able to do so. FY jumps onto the illusion only, so the hookshot won't be able to connect. But Anna, he needs to retreat. There's so much damage. Anna down. Buyback is available. They still have not taken the mid racks. OG are just trying to delay LGD for the moment. 5 heroes around. The bubble is there protecting the melee racks. Anna, Sunder! Once again, the Sunder switches to life. Army's back up to full health, but the damage from Thompson, it's good enough to kill off the Bane. Buyback is there. Somnus leads forward. They just keep bunching them around, but they're still battling from inside the bubble. Pugner will come to the world living LGD. They're going for the GG push. They're going up to the tier 4 towers. OG, they have to hold the line. They have the numbers. 7 from the side with a Dagon Army, but no! Sunder is back up. It is there. Chalice will fall. They lose the Enchantress. FY pushing around Anna. He's so low. Can they get the die back on him? You bet your Nelly they can. Arme still very, very low. The blast will kill him off. But buyback. LGD want this now. LGD, or can they? Backing up? No, they're not. Terrorblade. BT's forward. The ball is up. Thompson needs to defend. X-Nova very visible. You've got a very, very low life Marana. But OG, they can't find the target. X-Nova, he's got the grip. He's got the control. He's got the kill. Thompson is down, but ES is up. Where the Echo slam. Oh, there it is. Forward. There's your slam. There's the dunk. There's the play. Jirax, the savior of OG.
1,500 gold. He actually is going to go straight into the pipe here, opting to tank up even more.
Rolling boulder from Zep misses again, but there's the invest bomb, and this time Ohio's in trouble. Roar will come out, they have the magnetize, they get off the silence as well, and Ohio will get right click down. The exorcism will go from Mushi, doing a decent amount of damage to that aggressive. The Borslow comes through, he has no infest, he has the armlet toggle, needs to be careful, the Spirit Cypher coming out, the glimpse back onto aggressive, gets him back in there. They get the Grave off in time though, the open wounds will come through, they have the kinetic shield. There's the black hole, from the low ground, on to 3, Step as well as M1 are gonna get chewed down. 3 dead. Mushi gets a double kill. DJ, are you kidding me? From the low ground.
DJ, God, the crowd, he just goes insane as he hits the black hole of his life. And
likely could just give this one up. The vision advantage with the Hawk does help. But nope, they're ready. They've actually got a smoke. They can bypass the Hawk with this, but
there's no way they take this in time. Fnatic need to get out. Mushi is going to be stunned up by the boulder smash. They're going to come through. Showit looking for Ravage. Can't find it. Mushi pops the BKB early. Aggressive blinks in. Pops the rage as well. Still has his BKB ready to go. They really want to contest this and take it down as quickly as possible. They get the refresher for Ohio. It's coming out. Double Roar is ready. Can they find a kill off of this? Maybe he's walking up with the Silver Edge. Ohio's going to get caught first. Ravage catches onto 2. Black Hole counter initiation. Static Storm on top. Aggressive is low. They get up to Static Storm. Showit pops the refresher It's not enough. Maybe it's getting crucial by mid one. They get up the roar. They'll lose 2. They'll lose 3. They buy back on the Tide. He's got another Ravage. They have no buyback on Maybe. What an initiation from DJ.
Secures another kill, and Tong Fu is going to continue to push. They're not done. Mech still hasn't even been used. There's a hook. Howl brought all the way back to the base. Cleaned up by the Fountain. And waddles his way back to the front lines.
Well, like I said, it does waste time, but they kind of need it. I mean, they need to be able to just eliminate somebody from the fight, very similar to what Mu can do for Tong Fu. So if he had been a little bit farther up, he would have been able to throw the hook, but the thing is there was a range creep in the way. There it is, yep.
Banana going for a ride on the Dindy Express. Welcome to the well. Aegis goes to Tong Fu. And now charging back out. Dindy going to be spotted, and he doomed the Chen. That's a much better choice. Oh, he got him. He got him. Not going to follow it all the way because we got a battle to watch with Puppy. Trying to get away from it, going to be telekinesis back.
Have we missed something? Because this is the second team that's first banned techies up. I can't remember watching a techies game from EHOME, so I'm not exactly sure why this keeps happening.
10 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. VG Gaming's turn to pick. Dire team pick. VG Gaming's turn to pick. Blackwork.
Yeah.
Ten seconds remaining.
I would agree.
Dire team pick.
VG Gaming, their second pickup, they'll go for the Nature's Prophet. Very advancing pick here from the side of VG Gaming. An extremely popular pick as of late, EHOME. They always kind of surprise me, EHOME, with their own drafts, and for now, and I know they usually leave this till the later stages, but if they wanted to, the Visage is available for them. We know that EHOME does particularly enjoy running that off-lane Visage with Faith Beyond. Now, it is a bit early. Again, they usually do pick it up as 4th or 5th pickup when they know they have a good Visage game. But I wouldn't quite blame them for taking it right now if they so wished. It doesn't really seem like that bad of an idea. Of course, we saw a bit of Visage just earlier on in our previous series and ended up winning quite nicely for Team Sirius. Did force the side of RNG to ban it up games. And EHOME, they're having a think. You've also still got the Mirana. I know I keep bringing this hero up, John, but Mirana is there right now. If EHOME did want to pick it up and run that as a POS 4 or even a core, both ways just seems to work very, very effectively for any team that wants to pick it up.
VG Gaming's turn to ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. VG Gaming's turn to ban. Dire team ban.
Potentially. I hope for their sake, but you never know.
VG
Still, we
Gaming's
do have to
turn
get some
ban.
more bans. There's the Beastmaster being removed from EHOME and VG Gaming. Final ban out for them before we get to see some more picks from their side of things. The Dazzle, which is a hero we haven't seen at all in the past 2 days. It just hasn't popped up. I guess you never know with EHOME because they are one of the teams, especially in the Chinese regions, they are one of the teams that tend to go a bit more unique with their drafts. They do sometimes surprise you. But I think this is about that point where you would expect the Visage ban, but they ban out the Earthshaker for VG Gaming. So now, if you wanted to go for that 4th pick Visage, it is there for EHOME.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
That's fine.
10
It's just a matter of
remaining.
you don't want to run this draft now because you've got the options. The things are open for them. The Crystal Maiden will pop up. So now I'm a bit confused now. I thought they might run the position 5 clock, position 4 Pango. Now they've really mixed things up. The clockwork, potentially the offlane hero now, potentially the Pangoli, the offlane. Crystal Maiden popping up as their pos 5.
5 seconds remaining.
And this is a hero we haven't seen at all. Like, just quite frankly, not one bit. So VT will naturally just take the Bane. You could run that as the pos 4 or 5 in this instance, because Bane deletes Crystal Maiden fairly easily. Why the CM? I'm wondering. Like, what does she offer that's so different to the other position 5s?
5 seconds remaining. VG Gaming's turn to pick. Naga Siren. VG Gaming's turn to ban.
Imba Spirit.
Dire team ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. VG Gaming's turn to ban.
The interesting way to go for EHOME. I really wasn't expecting the Naga Siren of all things. We saw it earlier today, was quite successful for the side of RNG. Still a very strong hero. Just this draft just looks strange, doesn't it? With the CM in the middle of everything, it just looks so squishy. I don't know, maybe because every hero they picked up just looks so short in comparison to VG's Gaming, who do go for the AM. I can't believe I'm seeing this. The anti-mage comes out from VG Gaming. Oh.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Choose your hero.
What? No. And no persona on Eurus. I like that set though, I gotta say. Like that's the really expensive set with the hair and the blindfold over his eyes. Like it looks really darn cool. And of course, you know, Eurus probably just likes the fact that his set has particles flying everywhere. As we all do, we love our particles, we love our pixels, and some blades as well, I must say. Very interesting.
Prepare for battle.
They broke down. It's just a cycle now. Yang loves it. It's me. I haven't sit all the way in a circle. 45 seconds. There's a cooldown for it? Wow. Who knows? Well, it's good. It's good to be in a good mood, John. You know, Siler's got to watch himself. There's a Trine attacking him at the moment.
30 seconds.
Look, everyone's very angry these days. Nobody happy with particular things being released. So, very, very, very strange times, John. Yeah, that was it. They were waiting for cooldown. Jeez.
The battle begins.
Oh, goodness me. Absolutely. The thing is, like, Yang, I don't know how much damage he can really get out onto Sylar on that Naga Sylar up at the top. Like, you've got PYW there, which will be able to eventually get out a hell of a lot of magic damage out on this Naga Siren. But in terms of Yang, like, he's got the blind zone for himself. It's not really going to deal that well with the extremely high armor of Sylar, and we are having some lag issues apparently, so Yang will reinitiate the orchestra here. And you don't want to be that one guy that doesn't do it. Oh, that is going to break tonight, I know, with these two teams doing this. We can't afford to break anything else. Please, that's enough. That's enough.
Rats up like this. It should be easier for Kyle to breathe. The one issue is with a clockwork support from the 5. It's going to take a while for Y to really be of any influence in this lane. The best you can force is shove out with a Cogs, which he can get done, but it's not like you have that much space up against a Phoenix. Too much potential for those Fire Spirits to come out. So, going to be a bit more passive for EHOME until that's done. Down bot though, you see more activity. Faith Beyond not having a good time
almost
here.
Going down. He just stopped up, and Eurus was able to just blink in and cancel him off. It's just a hard lane, right? With EHOME, there's not CF Mango, and with the Marcel being cancelled, they were with top, and now Eurus is going to see a lot of Marcel. Be a bit of a baiting Faith Beyond, and Eurus, he was the first. No win for anti-mage at the moment. There's just none. And that was a great little bait play from Faith, because he just got himself cancelled 10 seconds ago. Eurus, thinking he's clever, going for another self-cancellation, doesn't work out.
Oh yeah, it's a really greedy play for Eurus to make. And, you know, it's that one moment where DY is away just trying to go for the pull, and you get punished. So that offsets Eurus' good start. Will give a lot more breathing room for EHOME and Sinq. He's got that level 2. They've got the Arcane Aura. So got more mana flying out for every single lane. That means more harassment from all these heroes.
Oh, here we go. DY now going to be under siege a little bit here, but Faith, he's going to be out of mana. He'll back off. Now Eurus will blink in. Get one more hit off of the Faith. He'll be alright. Mid lane, however, nothing to say. He's going to fall quite low on the death, but he'll be right. You just don't have really that much damage on PYW to dish out on this SF, so eventually he'll just back off towards that top lane. It seems as though not the same has been having a grand old time in that mid lane, currently leading in terms of CS, and it doesn't probably look to stop anytime soon. I mean, he just got so many souls up. It's very, very hard to shut down an SF in this position.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the range advantage. You know, he can melt through. There's early levels of Flame Guard quite well as well. So Ori, all he can really do is really play with Slap and Fist, find lab hits, but it's not easy. I think it's just so aggressive. Oh.
3 nice raises out Ori. He's gonna have to put up with that for quite a while, and when you've got the CM Aura, you've got clarities on your SF, that is not gonna stop. Raises are a very short cooldown, and Ori just can't get close. Say now about to out level him. He's gonna have those level 3 raises up. The Flame Guard just doesn't do enough to block out the damage.
Really doesn't. They have to watch out with these early levels as well. Of course, nothing to say is going to have a much easier ramp up in the jungle. There's a lot of early farm you can potentially grab up, and this is one of the weaknesses with PG draft. PYW on a Phoenix just can't rotate well. There's just not much control this Phoenix is going to offer, and every time he leaves that lane, Sattler up against Yang, Naga Siren's just being pressured as well.
Eurus to fall low again on that M. Doesn't have enough now for the Ring of Health to come out. Actually just bought a Ring of Regen casually to be able to sustain himself a little bit more in this bot lane. It has been tough though. Sinq, he's been very aggressive with this Frostbite. Now, we'll just continue chasing DY with a bit of faith. Wants to try and go for the kill, does get the swashbuckle off, but the Nightmare's going to come out by the Frostbite. It's DY's do anyway. You know, John, that's not something you see very often. The Crystal Nova being ignored completely, and the Frostbite being maxed out here from CQ.
Yeah, it's an interesting build-up. I think this is actually a great way to go about it. You never have mana to use both of these spells anyway when it's pertinent, so just having one, you'll always have mana for at least one spell. Yeah, that just enables aggression, enables them to force out these movements. And look at mid, there are 3 heroes mid, we're 5.5 minutes in. They're forced to play like this to protect their Ember Spirit.
I love the fact that White just the cogs down and walk away whenever they try to engage on top of him, and you have the lockdown for the clock. You know, it's not like this Bane's anywhere near level 6 yet. All you've got is Nightmare, and that's not really great. White follow up to say down, who gets a DD. Oh, that is just unfortunate, and now PYW gonna get rooted up by the Frostbite and go down. And I mean, Ori has just gotten so unlucky in this mid lane now. There's just no way to contest up against the DD rune as well onto this SF. And with his Phoenix dying, that was the level 6 on the Shadow Fiend coming up. So Ori will have to continue this massive struggle of a lane in dire circumstances.
Yeah, and again, when you force these supports to stay down mid, opening up these side lanes, Sylar is having a bit of a better run in terms of total net worth. He is up there, number 3, tied up with Eurus. So you're not actually slowing down this Naga, and once Sylar starts to dip into that jungle, and with 3 Wraith Bands, those creeps really just melt, and there's just no damage coming out from Yak to really deal with that Naga Siren.
Radiant's current has been killed.
Sylar's is having a free game. I mean, he's not exactly farming amazingly yet. In fact, he loses his courier. So there goes his brown boots and his set of tangos. But once you do eventually see those rotations into the jungle from Sylar, his farm should escalate quite quickly. And, I mean, you look back at Eurus, he's doing great in terms of CS, but he needs the Battle Fury to even be able to contest the Naga Siren's farm. They're just going to keep going on to the Frostbite out again from Xingqiu. It's a cooldown spell that he can just continue to spam out. And you just never know when Faith Beyond's going to come in from the swashbuckle. Not to mention, with that Frostbite, you're basically going to guarantee at least one hit from the Rolling Thunder from Faith Beyond. Once he does hit that level 6, which now he has.
It's a really big spike here for EHOME. Eurus and checking down mid though.
Or power rim, it does get taken by PYW. They just don't want to give it back to the SF. Now Y will go down, not to say unable to really turn that one around. He was running down towards the bot power rune and didn't get it. Was up top. So now Ori, like he's got a bit of a rejuvenated lane here. Wants to contest once again. Mind you though, he is literally level 7, while not to say he is level 8. No, he's level 6. He's about to hit level 7. And at this point, you start to wonder if not to say just wants to start making rotation. It's for DY to get a Nightmare off. The 2 Razors are going to connect, and Y is going to be able to close the gap there with the bat. And that is going to be another kill to the SF. Ori, well, he's trying to get some efficiency with this creep wave farming here, but that will be taken by nothing to say. And now with the Frostbite out, he only has 1 remnant. He will be able to commit and get out of there. It's a very scary kind of position from Ori, but you've got to be as efficient as possible considering how far behind he is.
Yeah, and EHOME still continues to build up. It's just so much more static from VG. The aggressors are always EHOME. They're the ones forcing the response down mid. They're the ones keeping track of this move. Eurus, I mean, you could argue he's getting some good skill spot, and he certainly is. It just doesn't feel like it's free enough, and they're starting to step up the top side.
And it's an easy kill with the Rolling Thunder to cancel off any form of a TP play, and Faith Beyond will be the one to take that kill. PYW trying to help out, but Y was on top of the battery assault to cancel off that Sunray. Now with those 10-minute bounty runes spawning up, EHOME will take the top ones. That should mean DY, he'll be there to make sure he gets the top one off Faith Beyond. Now with the Nightmare out, perhaps they can try to set up Ori. He's getting pushed away by Y, but he has a haste rune, so he'll continue this chase. Faith still making a run, but now Sylar comes in with the song. He makes sure everyone gets out safely. And that'll be it. EHOME will be fine.
Yeah, it's a waste of time from the DPL League, and of course they did scout out the stats here for EHOME, so they know it's being done. They know they should probably go take it. They can take fairly quick with Fate Beyond, and nothing to say. They just need a bit of an excursion up there on that triangle to get that massive stack. So VG, this is probably the time they want to clear it out. I'm not sure if they're gonna have the space though. Even Irish just coming out here to find it.
Still going up. This stack, you don't want to lose it. You are the side of EG Gaming. It's going to be a quadruple stack. PYW looks to get started with the Fire Spirits. He's just going to try and take it himself. Top lane is a play on Yang, and Yang is going to die. And he really has no choice. He actually has to take it on position for Phoenix to make sure that it doesn't get stolen by Sylar. And eventually Ori will make his way over on the Ember and take the larger creeps. It just kind of goes to show you how much pressure VG feel right now underneath all this weight of EHOME.
Oh yeah, I mean it's not a massive gap here. EHOME, they've only got less than 1k lead. They've still given Eurus a lot of space in that AM. He is up there in network, just leading slightly, but it's still a very good start. However, EHOME coming along so much faster. Solid with slightly less farm at level 10.
They're going on to Ori. Oh, that is just an unfortunate death for Ori. John is having such a tough game already. Now Faith, he's going after PYW. He might force the X usage out. No, PYW does manage to Icarus dive away. But this Ember, it's a non-factor at the moment.
Oh, it definitely is. Or it's just slowing down so much. While they're fighting mid, Sylar clears out the top of tier 1 by himself. And just slowly build up. Yeah.
He won it. Still trying to protect that tier 1 tower. Fate, he's going to have to control it. Now the Requiem comes out. They do pop the egg, but everyone's literally just going to ignore it. Out of range. They'll go back to the mid tier 1. Oh, the cross kind of catches out for him. He does have a remnant out. Sunray gonna find through one. That's a lot of damage out. On not the stake to get the SF. Not quite yet, but here comes Eurus. Still not the stake trying to make a run for it. Eurus has the battle, will commit, and eventually nothing to say will go down. EHOME, they have overstayed their welcome. Unless Ori goes down to the swashbuckle of Faith, but looks like he should be alright. Faith still trying to get onto Ori. Eventually will die. It's a great set of trades on the side of V.
Yeah, they do finally manage to find a win for themselves. That should be a nice bounce back.
Oh, still going. Sinkyu, hook shot out to fire out to Ori. Ori has no remnant. Sinkyu doesn't go down, but it's not worth the good Ember. Yang's gonna come in and with the big grip out onto the clockwork. Just to make sure they can get killed before nothing to say does TP in. I mean, it's still a great set of kills coming out here for this Radiant side. It just, that last Ember death, it's not going to feel too good for Ori.
No, it definitely won't. It does set back that progression just a bit. And again, you've already got some movement from yours to join these fights. He doesn't have his battle fury. So he's hitting his timings on that aiming point nicely. You compare that to Sylar, and Sylar got his airship. So the back and forth between the two cores are even. And again, we've seen this matchup before. It really depends on whether or not Sylar starts joining in after the Manta. He can certainly do that, and if they do that, it's going to be a 4v5 situation for VG.
Get DY. Swashbuckle won't connect, but Rolling Thunder should be enough. DY last Nightmare Dodge on one, but here comes CN Ultimate. HBR will just roll around in circles until he ends up killing off DY. Or he will make his way up towards the top lane down the Ember. He should be right though, there's not really any way for them to kill him off now. Unless...
They need him a cut though.
Dire structures are fortified.
Where are they smoking to? Eurus actually TPs, or rather blinks right next to them as they're smoked up. They won't spot him out. It's getting back into that mid-tier 1 tower. They just want to secure this tower and, you know, move along the jumping farm that Eurus can go for. DY gonna move in trying for a nightmare, but seeing coming from behind with the frostbite out onto Yang and hooked up from wide. Actually blocked off by the treants. They should still be able to kill Yang. What's happened to our SF? Well, Riku will be down DY as he continues to run away. Or Eurus gonna be onto Sync Q. They do get the CM kill. It's going to be forced to swashbuckle out as they are still in the chase. He's in fact going to have to Rolling Thunder. He'll turn the car around though. In fact, no, chuck another Yui, go back the other way. They'll be out of there. Still a positive trade out for EHOME as they did get the purchase profit for the supports. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still a nice win, but VG's keeping everything in check. You know, EHOME's not pulling away with any massive lead. They are starting to really max that efficiency on Yurs. He's just been uncontested past this laning phase. He's building up towards his own Manta. Pacing has been nice. He's got his Yara up. Sylar, of course, does have his own Manta up. So this does present an opportunity for the Naga. They can start joining these fights, they will not be in snares, they can just trap people in and really dish the damage out, or go for objectives. They need to find something, because as time ticks on, yours will hit his stride sooner rather than later.
Looks like he's getting there. He's going to make it up on Sync Q now from that top lane. Eventually decides to back off. No, they drop here. They want to go for it. Sync Q, he's definitely on the CM. There's no helping him now. The Clip was popped a bit preemptively here, so Vici Gaming, they could try and go after this tower. Not lane, however, already getting caught out. He'll be able to render now. The empathy, why will not be so lucky. But I think he's still satisfied with that trade as long as you do take out the T2 top, which you do.
It's the more map control going away at VG. They dropped some nice aggressive wards on top of that as well, so they got good control in this jungle. They do stop that push bot, so there's no equal trade for EHOME. That does put a bit of a damper on them. They're not going to be able to exert as much control, but they're staying around. They do have the song. Without the full complement of their team, without that steam around with a freezing field, it's a bit tricky to find enough damage to take care of all of VG's heroes in the jungle.
You do have the Requiem to follow up with if you wanted to commit Song Requiem. But we haven't really seen much of that yet. I've just been trying to focus in on keeping up with this AM for the moment. It's a very different style of versing this these AM picks, because usually we are just used to seeing these very fast kind of drafts that, you know, set this tempo that you can't really keep up with, but EHOME hasn't so much done that. Like, he had a great start on the SF, but not to say it's kind of transitioned into farm himself, and they're trying to play the Star more with this Naga Siren. So far, it really hasn't worked out that well. Eurus is still keeping up on top of the net worth board. And as it stands, it looks like he does have the Mad style up. In 18 minutes, Speed Fury Man going into the Heaven's Halberd next for that added status resist, and obviously works quite nicely into the SF Naga. Start to question whether this is the right way to play this for me.
About to find an opening, they do smoke up. They know they've got to force the issue here, and well, as long as they can catch out some big hero before the map is up, then they can certainly make something happen. Ori is one to be seen, but he actually sneaks away.
Does for now, but they seize. Did they seize Remnant? Yeah, no, they ping it out. They know his Remnant's there. They're just going to force him back to the Remnant. It's like Yang and Courier will get killed off, so there's probably no point in smoke Sylar. He's going up to Yang just by himself. The rest of his team are going to back him up, but there's the feature, and now the Yang is there to be dropped. Yang, Sylar, he does end up going down. After that Nexus Prophet, Yang does get hooked off by Y, and will die, but Sync Q, he'll be fine. Eurus going to blink out of there as the AM. It looks like Vici Gaming are only interested in disengaging now. They lose the Y in the process, and but Eurus jumps back in after Sync Q, but now the Rolling Thunder should connect at least once. Do they hold him down? Not quite. The Cox pushback was there, but another stun out for Fate Beyond. Now not say in with the DD route, but they just can't lock him down long enough. It'll be fine to just blink out of there.
That's going to be the story of this game now. Now that the Manta stall's up and running, yours has so much more leeway to just get around it. There's no hard lockdown here from EHOME. Really just keep that person solo.
Nice. A swashbuckle from Faith Beyond the rocket flare of Y. Eurus, he takes so much damage straight away. We forced him back, and now Yang also on the run. Hook shot, oh, that's just perfect from Wyatt. Straight into that profit. There was no cons available. Instead, they will be forced to go on to DY, who does go down very, very easily on that bait. EHOME back to their old ways, just going in for these little small engagements, and they are pulling off these little victories as well. I'm gonna say, John, I actually don't mind the build up here from Faith. The Pangolier, he went for the diffusal blade first. That's one way to deal with the AM. If you can just train his map, can't blink anyway.
And it's really easy to get those hits just with the swashbuckler. So it's trickier. Players just stand there and fight. He just doesn't have a great mana pool. And if he does get caught out like that, it gets a bit dicey. So he has to be aware. He's not quite safe. It just Manta style though.
Which way do you want to blink, sir? He's gonna blink to the left. I thought Faith would have just opted to go for like the Basher build, just to have that added lockdown initially, but the diffusal does work quite nicely as well. Especially when you consider Ori's going to be here on the Ember, and he's kind of also susceptible to just die if he runs out of mana. You can always just go back for the Basher into the Abyssal later on in the game if you so wish. It's not really too big of a deal. But now he's just going to work toward the BKB blink. But afterwards, if you do want that Basher, which he probably will, why? Fiend's Grip, going to catch him out. VG just taking easy pulse fight clock kill.
Radiant's
Q just gonna not help that into but or it wants the punish. Gonna pop the BKB and go up. But even drop the egg, but Faith, he's going back in. He wants to kill the egg off. A nice nightmare will not give them enough time. Faith,
swift enough to bring you down.
He wasn't able to get the last hit off in time. I believe it was actually not to say he popped his 10-second BKB charge so he could take Nightmare off Faith Beyond without being put to sleep himself.
Yeah, it's possibly that was BKB revealed from both sides, 10-second charges on Ori and nothing to say. So you're not having this long, and both sides are pretty aware of those pickups still. There is some really strong progress. Faith Beyond, he's got his blink up on Pango, so he has options for initiating. He has ways of relocating that Rolling Thunder. And of course, you're seeing Butterflies come out for nothing to say and for Styler. In fact, Styler has hit. So his damage shoots up, his drip feeds up there. You're not going to be seeing anything that can NKD. That just means Dog is going to be definitely trickier to deal with.
Roshan's going down fast. He jumps in, but he got chained up. He can't use the Rolling Thunder. Now they have to swashbuckle that for Ryan. What a great hook shot. Into the Connors pushback, making it impossible to get out Eurus. He's just going to go down. And that's just a really great spot for the clock work to play around Matt Cox. Blocks off the whole staircase. If you can get the hook shot on someone while they're midway through the staircase.
Oh yeah, it's not quite the way VG wants to go. They've got the Aegis now, they've got Song, they've still got the Requiem as well. A lot of options here for EHOME to keep that aggression up.
They don't have the hook shots. I don't believe they'll be able to close the gap.
Radiant's middle
No, they'll be
tower is
fine.
under attack.
Why? He stares at him for a little bit, but it looks like VG Gaming are actually going to pop the smoke. I believe that is more of a defensive smoke than anything. Just to try and maybe get out of the situation. EY, he'll probably just get some walls down while he's here. EY gonna break the smoke and now has the hook shot, so he's just gonna go for the easy kill. Here comes Q, but already he's taken it. It was a bit of a bait out for EY. He's gonna be making a 1-for-1. DY does die, but now Y is gonna be in trouble. There's no way out of this. Faith Beyond going to be forced to roll TB, but he rolls back. It won't be enough. No worries. You do also have Butterfly being worked on by not the same. In fact, he runs into Ori.
Loaded to the gills.
Butterfly will be up very, very soon on the Shadow feed. You're seeing like that on Scotty build now, and getting to that point where this AM is getting scary against play against. But and again, you look at Sylar, he's a better player. He just brought back on top of that. Just coming out of the courier. And so it's hard to know who looks better all this, but let's say even a still ahead. Together or really doesn't have much farm on the Ember. He's just on the BKB. It's not really there. And now up from EHOME, they're unable to get onto over. Maybe they're trying. He's just around. Follow up and first in there. If they're able to pick up the kill on the Pangolier, they are in a perfect position to try to go after that tier 2 mid tower.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Never mind, tier 2, let's go for the tier 3. They have a lot of damage out with Sylar, to say. Are they really just going to be allowed to take this? Shiver's Guard from the Phoenix, not going to be enough. They do indeed take it. Sylar, he still has Aegis Song, so he's thinking about continuing this push, but eventually forcing them back will be enough for EHOME to be happy. There's plenty of farm to be had across the map. They will back off. Eurus, all they can do is really just split push the map at the moment. Still just trying to get that Eye of Skadi up, but even then, I don't really know if you call him safe. You might want to start looking towards an EKB of his own. The Mantis is good and all, but they've just got so much control now. Especially with it beyond that Rolling Thunder. EHOME. Loop down to the bot lane now. DY, of course, it's going to be an easy target if Y wants to get the hook shot off.
There it goes.
They don't have vision, so DY will be safe. EHOME just going to take an outpost. Yang will do the exact same. Uh-oh. An accidental misclick there from Yang. That was his 9-second AB charge. He gets the Maelstrom up on the Prophet, but EHOME are going to start threatening the high ground once again. It seems they still do have the Aegis. Back around to the mid lane where the Raxes are exposed, so Sama, he'll get started. Really, all he wants is to get the Raxen back off. He's split pushing top lane. He's going to find a tier 3. Faith is going to be there to defend. The rest of EHOME are out of there. Eurus should also be just fine to get out. I suppose it's the best you could have asked for if you are VG Gaming. It's not like he was going to have enough time to be able to take out the full racks. At least you get a tier 3 tower for losing your own mid racks. VG Gaming, they're just gotta go back to the drawing board, just figure out how they're gonna take the next fight. We really haven't seen Eurus at all joining these team fights yet on the AM. Just completely uninterested. Why? He's gonna get jumped on with the 19 with the Orca, but here comes nothing to say. Why? He does end up going down, and now the Nightmare into the feed group is out on DSF, and Fabian can't cancel it off. So DSF it's off. Even the egg being there. But can they close it down inside? Not quite. The sun does come off, and now Fade, he just has to make a run for it. That is not the team that EHOME wanted. For VG Gaming will be more than happy to take it. And with that top lane of Rax exposed, Eurus might be able to actually just go and trade Raxes here. But he could even find more.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Beat the melee barracks.
Dire's top barracks has fallen. Dire's top barracks are under attack.
That'll be it. This is one team fight out from VG Gaming that are pulling off, and well, suddenly the top racks gone. EHOME also got the mid racks while you were gone, but so it's basically just an even game now. But it seems as though VG Gaming is finally within their moment to actually fight back against EHOME.
Yeah.
They're going to smoke up. They do not want to let up on this aggression. For a moment, you're not really fun. You're giving an opportunity to Eurus to go and just split push them up again. But it looks like VG Gaming is setting up for a smoke attempt of their own. Eurus won't bother getting smoked up, but he's going to be bait for his team. Look for that clock. Make the hook in first, but Eurus is going to just blink out and actually gets a double damage rune. So this is perfect timing out for VG Gaming if they wish to fight. But EHOME, they do not take the bait. They go back to farming themselves. We might just go into another bit of a quiet period as... What's Sylar picking up here? It's just casually got 4.6k gold.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Okay, he's gonna go for the hump. Rolling thunder. Faith going in. DY. It's stunned up once, and that'll be it. It was just I'm not sure what that was from Faith Beyond. Looks like he may have been just scouting out for the team. He wasn't going to end up in a kill, considering the rest of his teammates weren't there. They do get the DD used up by Eurus. I guess that's a bit of a win.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Sunray, TYB burning down Faith Beyond with the nation flying through. BKB forced down from Faith just to be able to survive through this earn damage. Now he's trying to come in, going up to the stage. The Requiem is going to fly out, but it doesn't hit anybody. And this is looking really bad now. The Danger from DY is going to connect on that SF. Of course, Y also going down from the clockwork. Everybody else from EHOME just trying to get themselves out of here. Eurus trying to see if he can make a chase onto Sylar. They are going to get picked up by Yang, or rather Yang's the one who's going to die, but they do lose Faith Beyond the process. Now Sylar just going to have to song up and get out of there. We haven't really seen much of a committal into these fights from Sylar either. He's just... Still going down. You gotta make hook shot if you Y. I think you just allow this to go. You've gotta try and steal. They know they're blocking the way, and Y he's gonna go for the hook shot, but the Aegis has been picked up. That was perfect from Y. He just couldn't get to the Aegis in time. They're gonna lose PYW. They will also lose Y on the clock. I can't actually believe he found an angle to get in there at the perfect time. It's just Eurus didn't seem to get stunned because I believe the Siren illusions were actually blocking the way. So Sylar may have made made a bit of a misplay there with the mirror images. Had that stuff landed, probably could have had an Aegis and Cheese on your side for EHOME.
I'm laying around.
Radiant are scanning.
Another DD rune for Eurus. Aghanim Sept now up on Ori. EHOME trying to get themselves an opening. Sala, he's got 3k in the gold in the bank account again. Just big beat for buyback, but you kind of wonder what the next itemization is going to be here from this Naga. Shoot, he has hard up. Eurus, meanwhile, mid, looks like he's trying to go after the MKB just to deal with the butterfly of this Naga Siren. So he's not really feeling he's trying to have to go for anything like a Divine, which I can't blame him for because they are 8 ahead. There's no reason to risk having to go into that Divine for now. So, still, Sala has not figured anything out. Yeah, he'll be alright. It's just a matter of whether he can connect the Rolling Thunder, but he cannot. Now you're seeing that being used up, does jump in with the Pistol Blade on to Y. He does go after it now. The Gong can be out from Sala. They will just try and disengage again. Koro will not make it out. Yang, he was there on the side. That's the only casualty for EHOME. They lose the CM and they do get themselves out of there. Shot mid lane. Y gonna go on Ori now. This is played out for Eurus. They just weren't really ready to follow up. Vici Gaming with that clockwork down should be able to really freely take a tier 2 mid tower. They will.
Middle tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Got in. Eurus, they want to try this. They should be able to just pick out of there. Traffic is only cons, the Ghost Storm not allowing him to get hit off on the cons. Very look at the feed, gonna be out on the base beyond. There's why Eurus is just perfectly front fine to just keep hitting, and he does. Maybe the path go down. Song has been committed just to try and get nothing out of there, but there's just signs of life here for Ia. killing off the Naga Siren as long as they can get the rats down. Nightmare hits out now with the Red Whip. Do they have enough damage? He just forced up down as there. And yeah, just going up to that F Eurus will be able to help take him out. Now they finally catch on Silent with this PG. They wanted to try for one last fight, but it wasn't even close. Just a full team wipe out. No casualties for VG Gaming. And that'll be game one. And the AM does actually work out. like to see.
Yeah, it's a quicker pace from both sides. Of course, VG were quite surprising game one, making that game work out for themselves. So a lot of potency coming out from them this time around. It's the Phoenix that EHOME bans out, so that lets VG pick up the train themselves. They go back to the NP that we've seen time and time again. EHOME, they shake it up. They've got the clock, they go with the Jakiro. Now, this combo is fairly potent. You know, just getting the cogs off, getting those DOTs from the Jack on. Even Macropyre is going to do some good work with the blockouts that you can see. And we saw a lot of good work with the Clockworks throughout this entire league. So this combo is going to be really strong. Gives you the D push to deal with the NP as well. And the Jakiro kind of counteracts that living armor. You know, you're just tossing on a DOT onto the tower to counteract that, add the sustain on the objective. So it's a nice balancing tool there for EHOME.
Yeah, I'd say so. Gonna have to wait out these hands before we get some picks coming out, but both teams very, very excited about the next game. Clearly, just rushing through the draft so far. I do wonder whether Eurus will bother going back into that AM.
10 seconds remaining.
It's pretty like unnecessary to go for the AM, especially considering he's not even used Persona. So it's just a real point to it, I guess. Right? You just want to play it for the sake of playing the Persona, but I don't know. It worked out really well considering that you have these two kind of farming lineups, and he was just allowed to farm forever. So I believe EHOME would probably be prepared for it this time around if it did come back out. So, I mean, it was AM into Naga Siren. Like, you kind of went for that kind of ensnare counter with the Naga, and 1v1, of course, you could beat the AM, but I don't know. It just didn't end up working out. Like, there was some moments of brilliance, sure. Like, we saw heaps of hook shots into cogs. We saw Ori really struggling on that Ember. But after that, it was just the Euro show. Like, it was just farming forever. There was never zero space for Eurus that game.
Oh yeah, it's just too much that EHOME bled out to, and I like that they ban out the Ember, just dealing with that issue. I mean, again, it was a slower start for Ori, but it didn't matter. I think the Ember was still kind of buying space by being the big target in the map early on. And it still came online later down the line. It's just not enough control. He still got his tags timing and really just took over. So it's a fair ban out from EHOME. VG, last ban for them. Let's see if it's really targeted towards something that allows them to go for that AM. I mean, if it worked once, you can't really fault VG for going back to it. Persona or not. Eurus did fantastic work there.
He did. VG Gaming, final ban out now. Have a think about it. Yeah, kind of just starting off their opening support show again. It does make it a little bit hard. Clockwork being a flex pick for EHOME, you can't just be 100% sure that it'll be in position 5 clock, and they actually get rid of the Mirana this game around. Interestingly enough, an EHOME orchestra hit into the Terrorblade.
Yeah, it's a solid pickup. We've seen solid players win a couple of times as well. It's a very dependable core for a lot of teams, and well, it's no exception here for EHOME. They've done a lot of good work with that Terrorblade before. They know how to play around it, and it still hits some great timers. The big thing is, with the Terrorblade and Jakiro, you can mount towers early. There's a lot of options for early push from EHOME. Of course, they do kind of constrain themselves with that Metamorphosis. They're going to have to watch out for the timers of that under TB, but this is still a pretty strong year to have. Rather early to pick up. VG doesn't quite have any magic damage yet, but that's something they can kind of work towards now, knowing the Terrorblade's there. Ooh.
Oh, hello. Earth Spirit comes out for VG Gaming. Now this gets me very excited, John. Valve's listening out there, maybe an Immortal, maybe an Arcana, maybe a set, maybe a Persona, whatever you guys want, just give us something. We've got nothing for Earth Spirit. I believe we have one weapon available.
5 seconds remaining.
It's been a dearth, Mike. There's been a severe lack of content with the year. It's still makes its appearance. You know what else is in play here, Mike? Besides the control and long-range initiation, the Earth Spirit afford you, it's all green. VG's going for a very strong color tone there, and EHOME not quite on the same page. So that's a step up for their draft as well.
That is very true.
VG Gaming's turn.
Very, very important to get that color coding. EHOME, going back to the Tiny. We saw this from the other day, and that was a Faith Beyond Tiny. We did have the pleasure of watching. Now, last time we saw the Tiny, I doubted it quite a lot. I won't doubt it again for now, until the game's over, because I was proven wrong by Faith Beyond. In VG Gaming, they'll go into the Morphling now. So, ruining the color coding a little bit, John. But there's a Terrorblade, there's a Tiny.
10 seconds
You've
remaining.
got to take the morph.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's just a really good game for it. Of course, going into Terrorblade, taking Metamorphosis, it's a bit whack for Morphling. It's a bit too strong, so you've got that easy access now. And even, as you mentioned, the Tiny. Now, the one thing that we used to see with the Morph Tiny, well, I say used to see, but only once. But when they were in the same side, you go the Ags, and the Tiny goes Ags. It gets kind of ridiculous, but it doesn't look like we're going to have that opportunity. Still, lots of value in that Morph, EHOME. They're going to have to find a way to deal with that, find a way to deal with that sustain as well. Perhaps with someone that can build up and burn it for the last pick. There's something more tempo-driven for mid. If that is going to be the off-lane Tiny for Faith Beyond, could still be mid here as well. We've seen the mid Tiny once or twice, and it's a decent spot for it. So there's still some flex for EHOME to close out, and VG's got to wonder how to close out their draft. They just need to maintain that safety net for Morph, ensure that there's no issues ramping into the late game. And once you get to that point again, Morph into Terrorblade, it's not great for Terrorblade to face up against someone with way more agi than he does.
True. Last ban outs now. We saw the Viper and the Punk being removed. VG gonna have to think about this final ban, as we are still like two mid heroes. Unless they just put the Nature's Prophet mid for Ori. You could just give Yang something else, but I think Yang will probably be okay with running the offlane Prophet again. It's fine. Of course, Ori had a very rough game last game around, so he's probably going to want to really have a repeat performance of what happened just a few minutes ago. Even though they did win, and eventually he did catch up. A very, very tough time for him. By the way, John, Visage is still available if EHOME want to take it. Now, I don't believe they have the space anymore, but if you wanted to run mid-Tiny, and you could get the offlane Visage, or alternatively, offlane Tiny mid Visage.
Yeah, that's definitely an option for EHOME. That gives them some really fast-paced gameplay as well. It gives them great push with their Jakiro Terrorblade. Would tie up that draft well. It's still a bit of a question as to whether or not the Jakiro will be able to handle Morphling. That's a different question as well. I'm not 100% sold on that. But there is a nice early power spike, so there is at least that for EHOME to consider in closing out. The one thing VG's kind of lacking here is they still lack magical burst for that Terrorblade. I think that's something they have to consider to close out. But we've seen the Zeus response, the Zeus core just recently, and of course that didn't work out too well. But an option for VG with the NP, they go with the Pugna. So it's even better. You know, you've got the natural disarm, you've got the push, NP Pugna, you've got sustain. There's a lot going on here for VG, and they've got easy ways to burst that. To be fair to them, you've got the Tiny with the Avalanche Toss that melts Pugna. You've got the Clockwork for long range initiation, so you have some counter actions for it. But this Pugna does mean our Terrorblade's gonna have to farm a fast BKB.
That is true. As well, though. Just on top of every adaptive strike, that's basically a shotgun. It's not as you get my point. You have a sort of shotgun until again, sort of is meant to more damage. You get my point. I'm not that into guns. We're playing MOBAs, so the last pick. Now, I did get the fact that the sun stood there. I don't know if it's a very good pick. It's what she's running because they don't play the side at all. Like 90% of people out in the world, we just don't up that hero. But EHOME, they definitely have the opportunity here to take it for themselves. Is that going to fit the draft?
It's a hard sell for me. It's not a very clean Visage game. They go with a sniper, and
I should have known. I should have known. That's what's gonna happen.
I mean, if it works, it works. It's a safe pick. We've seen that sniper before. Up against the Pugna, I have to say, that's actually not too bad for the sniper. The Pugna's super squishy. He's not that long range for a ranged hero. So this is going to limit Ori's movement early on. And, I mean, you've got that Earth Spirit to at least close the gap in the sniper. So there's some potency to just kick it back. You're always going to be worried about that from EHOME, but this does give them some interesting power spikes. It's a bit of a slower ramp up for Nothing to Say in this game. We'll see whether or not he'll sit true or if VG commit the resources mid to stop the sniper. And of course, if EHOME will be able to adjust themselves to the metamorphosis timing of Silo as well.
That Tiny looks so cute. The Faith Beyond Tiny, like just a little smart as well.
Yeah.
I don't know why you just didn't go for the full set, but it does look very cute.
It's a weird mishmash of cute and then a freaking spine being held.
Yeah, it's like that little kid that's adorable, and then you turn your back, and they've just destroyed everything behind you. Gotta go clean up after them. That's what Faith Beyond looks like right now. The Tiny. It's a cute thing though.
Yeah,
there's that Earth Spirit, the only one that's basically available, by the way. Terrible.
Yeah, it's not quite not the best looker. Yeah,
I mean, they covered his face.
Yeah, it's a good look at that NP one from Yango. Like, see, he's got that little parrot.
It is nice.
It's pretty sick.
Here we go again. How can I forget this was gonna happen? The orchestra hits are coming in now.
God.
We'll get into game number 1. Once these guys are done, we'll try to get all the orchestra hits out. But it's only EHOME this time. No, never mind. Yang's getting involved again, and that'll of course bring in the rest of the VG gaming boys.
Oh.
Cool down, boys. Cool down. We'll get him in a minute. Don't worry. There we go. Tips. They're just congratulating for now. Well done.
Oh yeah, good work. Good work.
And I'd tip them if I could, John. I would.
No, can't yet. It just held alt. I was thinking, maybe they left that in the code. You never know with a beta game like that. Fortunately, not the case in Cyber. Just take the slap DY.
How great!
Just slap.
Imagine that when Battle Pass comes out. Like, not even that, not even tips. Just like if you could just place bounties on people as casters, just us, we could randomly start placing bounties on any hero we want.
Oh yeah.
I'd love the tips too. Just they make one mistake and they think nobody was watching. You just tip them. Just let them know.
That'd
be great.
That would be great. I'd imagine a lot of games would end up just putting bounties on everyone and finding out who takes the bait.
Yeah. They're not fighting, just start placing bounties, see what happens.
Would be interesting. Still, it's not quite how the game goes, and both sides just trade evenly on those runes. Of course, one lane to really watch out for is mid. Nothing to say on the sniper up against our tiny little Pugna. Or he had a rough game 1. Doesn't look like he's getting it any easier. Wise already around to get the D-ward and just get value for his entry.
Always a nice feeling. Wise gonna enjoy that. Nothing to say. Beat him mid. And this is a really crappy kind of looking for Ori. You know, you pick the partner wanting to just have a dominant landing stage, put in that tier 1 power. Now you've got the sniper against you who can just spam shrapnel every time you're underneath that tier 1. Clearing up the creep wave, and I mean, sure, eventually you're gonna get through that tier 1 tower. It's just a matter of how much work Ori has to go through to get that done.
It's tricky. Like, nothing to say. Level 1 to 2, I guess, is kind of rough for the sniper, but you hit level 3 once you've got 1-1-1 or even 1-1-2, you've got the range advantage, you're gonna be twacking at Ori, and with the way decrypt works, like, you really had to walk up to actually get out off. The sniper's never gonna be affected by that.
To see what kind of plays PYW is going to be making, like whether he decides he wants to stay in the lane or whether he's going to make rotations. You do have a lot of kill. That is a nice kick out onto Y and Zyla. You do have a lot of kill potential though. YW if he does roam into that mid lane with the partner. Assuming you can just land quick decrepify fire on the sniper, it does tend to be a very easy roll in onto that sniper as well. PYW does miss the roll there onto Zyla. But you get my point, there's probably no real reason for him to stick around here too long. Once you get PYW might just leave and start making rotations across the map.
Should be rather open for PYW to get that done. I think the one thing is really just that EXP scaling, of course. The moment PYW leaves, that also signals to Y that he can leave, because NP up against TB is not too bad, although Sylar?
It's been slowed. Yeah. Haven't really got the role to follow up with, so Sylar should just be fine to get out of there. It's one of the things though, like with the clockwork support, the Earthsphere can't do much unless Y just leaves the lane to pull the small camp like this. If you are harassing in the lane, there's much that PYW can up against the battery assault.
It's a tricky one, and again, that's what's keeping PYW here for the most part. Because he leaves, Y leaves, then suddenly you've got 4 heroes mid. It's not a very clean situation as well for the Earth Spirit. So precarious bot to really commit. So good tied up there on bot as well. It's kind of the same story. Eurus is being kept in check quite heavily by Fate Beyond. It's not having as good of a time finding those last hits. 9-3 compared to 9-4. Really even. But you can tell that Eurus isn't quite getting that free form he'd want this lane.
Oh, he isn't. Fate Beyond has been rather aggressive, but now he's just going to give it back the way they do have that nice little bonus of having Gmore/D Wise Living Armor. It can be much more effective considering you're going to have very low HP pools for that Morphling. But ZQ and Fate Beyond will consistently just throw things at the Morph, and well, Tree Vector can't really do much to help out. It is a Jakiro Tiny after all. So he's just going to continue trying to pull in that small camp here to help out this Morph. Trying to get that creep wave underneath the T1 tower. But the problem is, you can do the exact same thing there with ZQ. He does get the large camp pulled off.
Oh.
And ultimately, Fate Beyond is going to interrupt that small camp pull anyway, so you're not really getting away with this. But Ori, there's going to haste rune. He's not going to bother making the rotation down towards that bot lane. He'll run straight back to the mid lane. Ori, he's been having a bit of time, John. That tier 1 tower has literally taken 0 damage. It's still at 1800 HP. Not to say has been guarding it very nicely.
Yeah, and it's down to that shrapnel that he has now. You even saw a bit of a rotation from PW, but it's that same thing. Earth Spirit leaves, Clockwork leaves, and then you have 4 heroes, nothing changed. So that back and forth just not enabling PW to find his rotations. He's gonna have to sit up top, keep soaking. Same thing here for EHOME though. Why get pulled? Just finding that EXP ramp up towards that level 5 to 6 mark.
I was having a great old time on this TV.
Yeah, it's
YW really hasn't left the lane, which surprises me quite a bit.
Nah, it's so limiting. It's just so limiting. Like, I think why it's really down to why just being so disciplined with matching PYW's movement. So the Earth Spirit just doesn't find a free opening to really apply pressure. And again, when you leave Yang alone against a TD, it's just free farm. Skylar just has so much armor. Bladestone NP just can't eat through him, and it's just a relatively good ramp up. So he's having a really runaway start compared to Eurus.
Which is why I'm surprised. I thought he hit the lane and start trying to win the mid or bot lane. Like, you see Eurus, he's still been struggling a bit on that Morphling. He could probably use a gank, but more importantly, nothing to say he's having a very old time on the sniper. You'd think maybe just roam into the mid lane and try to onto that sniper, but perhaps they'd rather prioritize just allowing PYW to get near that level 6 mark. Because once you have Magnetize up, it's a hell of a lot of damage, but now they're going to roll back in onto Sylar. Boulder Smash is going to be there. Sylar, he has been slowed up and silenced. Damage. But with that Sunder up, PYW will have to take it, and while that's happening, Ori up going down, nothing to say, able to pick up the kill on the sniper.
Yeah, that's the level 6 mark for him to say. He's got the assassinate. He has the nuke damage, although up top, not done with Sylar.
They're going to try again. Wire's going to come in to try and help out. Sylar's been slowed up. He has mana, but of course he doesn't want to pop it, but they can't kill him. It's just so much time being expended here on this Terrorblade that it hasn't worked out. They're just not able to kill him off, so now they'll finally make these rotations. Can they get up the Sade loop? Looks like the end's going to be known for now.
They were spotted out by Ward as well from the Dara side, so nothing to say is playing safe, and all this time wasted, it's not doing anything for VG.
Just had a look at that bot lane as the rocket flare was flying through. Eurus, he did start agimorphing, but luckily for him, he had enough HP to survive. So
it's just some flashbacks.
Yeah, it's a real concern. You know, those rocket flares could kill you at any time. With the struggle he's already been having, he can't really afford to die in the Morphling. He needs every amount of CS he can get. He's going to go on to Faith Beyond with the Avalanche, but an Avalanche to return. Faith is going to fall low. Meanwhile, Yang kills off, not to say mid lane. They do eventually make the rotation in. Now they can try to force in this T1 tower. Of course, Beyond does get out of there on the Tiny, but you're more than happy with that for VG Gaming if you can take down that sniper. And with that, it's a substantial amount of damage out of this T1. In fact, it could just be Bob.
Yeah,
they're not giving up. They're going for it. Close to knife from wide. Doesn't quite get it.
Yeah, this is really important for VG. This allows them to get into that jungle, start tracking that Terrorblade's farm, and start forcing the compete with that Terrorblade in the jungle. You know, it gets a bit tight there. Has nothing to say. It's gonna have to just slowly ramp up. There's some really deep vision wards here from VG. You do have sentries from Y, but it misses out. So just falling flat a bit, and that keeps that control up.
Eurus, Ice Pump going to connect, Sylar going to be there with the better. He'll just start strength morphing, but now FBI going to toss him back in. He has a way for him. He's being very patient with this, and eventually he'll get enough. And now Sinju going to cut him off again with the Avalanche up from Faith, forcing the TPs down. PYW going to be there. He'll roll onto the Tiny. Sylar joining in to try to go after Eurus with the Ice Pump. Going to block the wave. Eurus still there running. Faith does die to Yang's Nature's Wrath, and Eurus is still alive. Now the slope coming out from DY. Silent could not reach, so Eurus will make his way out, and PYW and DY can turn around on Sylar, rolling back in. He will get the Sunder off inside of PYW now. He's going to be on the run, but now Eurus has jumped back in, and Sylar, he's a sitting duck. Adaptive hits, and he's gone. And Eurus all the meanwhile just walked in and out.
Oh, no, that's really not how EHOME wanted it. They commit a lot of Heroes bot to try to find that kill, and they lose 2 of their cores in exchange for nothing. Although,
yeah, they'll get DY. It's a nice pickup. It's nowhere near what you'd want.
No.
But you take what you can get. Obviously, Faith it's dropped up a little bit on the Tiny for now, so he does need a bit of bonus call for himself.
That's I'd say at this point, you know, you're not ready to fight yet with Sylar. We're trying to go for the push, although jump again.
Didn't really land on yet, which is problematic. And now with Ori there, with the line trying to find why he's just going to have life sucked out of him. Even Yang TPing for more, but Sylar will be out of range. But as Courier on top of the kill, so the nice feeling for VG Gaming. how the game was started, they are really making quite a nice comeback.
They certainly are. You're at the point now where the Pugna and NP are applying so much pressure on these towers in the road. DY overgrown.
I like it. Nothing to say, he actually can't get out of this. Sprout from Yang. Now the body box with Treants. Yang picks up another. It's a great little play out from DY.
Oh, this is really stepping back, nothing to say. He had a great laning start. Now progression stalled out. He's trying to save up for that Mask of Madness, and that should enable some more presence if you want to fight. It's really more for farming. Which means, again, he's going to be competing with Sylar in the jungle, and it can get really cramped when VG's playing this fast. So they've got to try to find an opening. Beyond needs to be that playmaker, but they're still waiting for him to pick up a blink so he can jump in and get that initiation. It's not coming out as fast as EHOME would like it to.
Off lane, Sean's going to be out, or he's trapped off. This could be a great pick off. An assassinate will be enough for Y. Finish this off. That's the thing for Ori as well. You don't necessarily want to give his little lead away either. On lane, roll in for PYW with the Magnetizer. Now the avalanche shots out of Eurus. He does take the kill onto that off-lane Tiny. Bad news for Vici, and oh, Faith Beyond, he's gonna get himself a hit.
Oh yeah. It's one of those things, right, where the more playing, he has so much burst when you play like this, and you risk that with the tiny pickup. And again, with Yang around, straight into push, although SimQ is around to drop them back. It's going to take care of a couple of trains on the way, but it's still too much damage here coming out from VG.
I mean, you have a double damage on the north, but top lane, they do get DY. So you get a nice little support pick up at that top lane while all this is happening. Sylar gonna breathe himself on the blade, but does the snipe better off and backs off. And that T1 tower going down actually did give enough for you to have the Orchid up. So now you've got some decent silence there to try and go after this Terror if you so wish. And I mean, Sylar's farm, it's not really that far ahead. It's just sitting around 5k, and all he's really got is the treads and drums. So it really is all Vici Gaming at the moment. It's their game to play here.
Yeah, and this is them pretty much playing as 4. Yours isn't really showing up for the bigger engagements, and Sylar's itemization, it's still going along smoothly. He's gonna need the Manta real quick, because he's gonna be a sitting duck once Yang initiates. Even nothing to say. You know, he's rushing an MKD, no defensive items. The sniper's gonna be easy pickings for that NP equals the cap.
Y and Q, they're gonna smoke up down towards that bot lane. DY already near the tree line set up with the overgrowth, but it seems to know he's around somewhere. This is a position here for EHOME. They do get caught in this overgrowth, they could just blow up Sylar, especially with that Orchid. Now the overgrowth that's come out, just holding him down. Where's everyone else though? And he's here at the moment. Vici eventually do come in. Now they are going to go on to Yang from the back line. Here comes PYW. He gets the Magnetizer off, but it's not going to be enough quite yet. He does Iron Fade, does also get out with his life intact. Perhaps a bit of miscommunication here. Game plan seemed pretty set out from the side of Vici Gaming, but Sylar got away. He didn't even have to sunder.
Yeah, it's a pretty big loss for VG. That was their Orchid reveal. They hold on to their tier 1 bot. So in that sense, it's successful, but they're going hunting. They need to go get more.
Try, but these lines popped up. He's tracking the Colts right now. They do get the bounty, but it's going to cost 2 lives. So, VG Gaming going to back. They're waiting. Well, they are still 2k ahead. This is, again, still their game to play here. They are just going to continuously keep trying to hunt. I think that's just the way to do it, like, especially with that Orchid up. You've got PYW to just join you with the roll in and have that bonus damage through the Orchid to be able to burst someone down. And as it stands, EHOME, I don't believe they have the tools to fight back.
No, they just don't quite have defensive items as well. They're hitting good stride, You see the itemization on, say, Yang. He's rushing BKB right after the Orchid. They know they've got to play this fast. You take away Fate Beyond's damage when you go for that BKB. You take away the presence of Stim Q as well.
Wow, nice sidestep. Avalanche is going to connect macro. Everything to be wrong. They just want the tree gone. DY is still going to make a run for it. Does pop the stick charges. Now the courier to cut him out. Just everything against the tree line. They do get him. It just takes so much time and so many resources. In the meantime, Silent. There's the silence is coming up. Nature's Wrath will be enough from Yang. And they'll look to set up for that top tier 2.
And every single time they just start pushing. Acidic, Ori's around with the Nether Blast. There's no way for EHOME to stop that push. All they can hope for is a trade. They go to the bot once more, but DY back up.
Oh yeah. DY just gonna heal the tower up to full HP. You need to respect it, right? You can just have it free with the Train Protector. There goes that tier 2 top tower, and you are not getting that tier 1 bot. It is not happening. Not while DY is alive. They're gonna have a hunt. Rocket Flare, hook shot, not gonna land. DY just sidestepping perfectly. Just gonna go deeper into the tree line.
Big blocks. EHOME has no progress on the map. They just have not melted any of these tier 1s. No damage to any of these tier 1s. They're the one with the Jakiro. They've got the Sniper. They've got the Terrorblade with Metamorphosis. They just can't find that opening. And VG taking complete control on the map. Got the 3K lead. See the switch out your net.
Nice toss back onto PYW. Should be able to roll his way out, but he tries and will not work out. PYW standing right underneath an Observer Ward made it very easy for Faith to go in with that initiation. But it's just a question of how do you capitalize off that kill now? Do they even get anything? The top lane, Eurus is in Metamorphosis up against Sylar, and they're keeping in Yang. Sylar's just going to make a run. He pops his drums and gets out of there. There's just this mini TV now going into the mid lane where Ori's in trouble, but now Eurus is around. Ori, Assassinate does land, but Faith Beyond could be in danger. Hastrun allowed to get up, but maybe not. PYW, how good are your kicking skills, sir? Not good enough, apparently. He won't try. Yang gonna run into Faith. Probably can't believe what he's seeing right now. Faith is gonna just avoid with Blink. They can try for the TP play, but it's not even off cooldown for that Train Protector, or that Nature's Prophet, excuse me. But they are still chasing Ori. He's there. Yang, he did TP into the tree. Nobody's left for him to chase. Instead, PYW gonna try and go for CQ. Does connect with the Boulder Smash, and now with the Magnetize active, Faith tried to come back into help. He can't and comes roll in. PYW, he keeps going. He can refresh the Magnetize, and Faith just dead and busted. Now the bike and keeping PYW alive, but the hook shot in from Y will make sure he dies. So they at least get one kill. But it's certainly not going to be worth losing the tiny Jakiro for the sake of Earth Spirit. And now Sylar, he'll be okay. The Y may not be. There's an Observer Ward there. He's trying to get the D Ward out, but it is going to cost him with his life.
You crossed my path. That's the bleed from EHOME. This is stalling out the push at least, but you know, Eurus gets free space to capture that top outpost before the 20-minute mark, and that could give them even more XP to snowball with. Once more, really strong timings being met by VG, and EHOME, they still need to find their openings. They're still waiting for Sylar to pick something up beyond Drums Yasha. He's just stalled out and progressed.
Going for here. He's actually just going to finish off the Lincolns, have a casual Manta, it seems. Maybe build into the casual Yasha, build into the Manta maybe later on. No. That's fine, but it's not like he needs to go for the shotgun yet. So you do just have that natural Crepify to boost damage on the adaptive strike. We'll just keep farming. It's a free game for him at the moment. There's no reason to stop. like you pointed out, Salah, he's just had no progression.
No, I mean...
Does have a lot of gold in the bank account.
God.
Buy out the Manta.
Yeah, he's not going to be caught out by the Orchid anymore, so there is that. The Mad Style, and they want to smoke up with that. They want to try to take back your jungle.
We're actually finding the Roshan in here. It's going to be a nice little thing for EHOME. They seem to be well aware of where they are. Give a bit of a disastrous fight here for VG Gaming. If they get caught off guard, St. Jude's up to the ice part, mate. Will jump for the avalanche toss. Eurus, he actually won't die. He barely survived, and now he can slip more back out of there with the hook shot. He's going to come out, but nice silence from PYW. Eurus is trying to run 4 stars. It's mission impossible, but they have made it possible. Why will go down? Yeah, with the BKB, he's going to be able to run out. And PYW now looking to re-engage onto Faith, but it may cost him his life. The tree throw is still pulling him down, but it will not be enough. Now the Assassinate, can he survive? He can. The Assassinate never making its way in, but they go back to the Roshan and they are going to be able to snag it. Still Eurus jumping back in now, kills off NBR straight after Sylar. He is very far ahead in terms of offense, so he can fight for this. Yang now taking it. There goes the Aegis, nothing to say, will die. Sylar, he gets a sniper up onto again, but Eurus is going to turn back around onto that sniper. Now PYW with the lemon knife, looking off C2. What a great avalanche of Eurus, he catches 3 of them. Sylar goes down. Now White's coming as well, the clockwork, and it is just an absolute massacre here in this mid lane, as Faith is just trying to protect in the tree, but he does not hold trees anymore, and that'll be a full team wipe. VG Gaming just fighting. But wow, he just pulled it. I guess so.
I mean, the VG, they hit their timings. I think EHOME could see the writing on the wall, right? Like, Skyler wasn't progressing and he went all in and getting, I think, to say an MKB. And he had no defensive items. The moment they gap closed, that sniper, he was just gone, and they had so much gap close from VG that there was just really no way they were going to recuperate. So, early call, I don't necessarily disagree. I think that's a fair assessment of the game. And